access to your personal services and your personal data whenever, wherever. So in other words, that means how you're using the internet cannot be any different whether you're using a mobile phone, a PC or a TV set. And it can make no huge difference whether there is a fixed line access network like DSL behind or HSDPA or something else. So we are trying to deliver a superior user experience and simplicity across the three screens you are using, mobile phone, PC, TV set. We are trying to leverage what we call a network-centric address book because we are bringing these contacts, your most personal communities, to the network, and via that you can access these communities and contacts also via PC or the TV set. We are storing and synchronizing content in the network so that a consumer does not need to think about where his photo is, whether in the mobile phone, on the TV set, in the storage, in the network. So that will be consistently done. And fourthly, we worked a lot on product design at Deutsche Telekom. I today have about 100 product designers, people that look quite different than myself, or usual telecom employees. They have tattoos, they work at 4 o'clock in the morning, they eat pizza at 5 o'clock in the morning. They're very young, but they are superstars in the new software competencies and how they can change the world of telecoms. And I hope you can see a couple of examples there. So we are trying to make the product categories of voice messaging, of internet, and all the media categories like music, photo, video seamless, and also make the user experience at work seamless. What I'd like to do now is show you the product and concentrate very much on the consumer space, so more connected life than connected work, in order to show that. And here I've got a demonstrator. This demonstrator here has 3 screens. Yeah? It has a mobile phone. I can operate and you see my fingers when I use it. Yeah? It has a PC screen in the middle where I have a mouse here. I use the PC like I use the PC. And third, on the right hand side, it has our IPTV product, and I just use the remote control like at home in the living room. And across these 3 screens, I'd like to demonstrate to you what the product suite in the second quarter to the customer will be. And I'd like to start that with the mobile phone. So if we could focus on the mobile phone for a second, here's a mobile phone. And the mobile phone does 3 things I told you. Personal communication, mobile internet, and digital media. And I'd like to start with the personal communication. We have designed a very intuitive user interface, and that is live and loading, where your personal contacts are displayed in the cover flow. So I could go there, and here my German procurement manager Eva Wimmers is there. I click on that and I can call her, SMS her, email her, instant message her, or look at her web address, and all that is done in a very intuitive way. If I say call, I can pick between mobile and private, and that's the way I handle my personal communication with Eva Wimmers. So it is very intuitive. I can configure these communities and say, here's only my family, only my wife and my 2 daughters, or here is, like in this case, only my colleagues on that cover flow community interface, or it could be my best friends. We as an operator can also attach that with tariffs and say, here's a friends tariff where communication with your friends is for free, and you see it on the cover flow, you buy that friends tariff, or you buy a team tariff for a business customer, or something for the family, being a family tariff. So that is very intuitive. And beyond these communities you can define, these communities are much more important than Facebook or MySpace communities, because it's really the people that matter to you. You can of course also go to the usual address book on that phone and look at that in that way. Now, the issue in the industry so far is that only the mobile phone carries that community. I would love to have this data in the network and access it via the PC. And that's why we have created, and we switched to the PC, an entire suite here around services on the PC, a portal. And for instance, if I go into the email account here, this is my email account, welcome Christopher Schlaffer, it says in German. If I go to the address book here, it is empty, because I've just bought that DSL access line and no address data is there. I would love to have my Outlook address data from business or my personal data from the mobile phone there. So what do? I want, say, only once, say synchronize, and I push the button of synchronize, this is asking me whether this phone number and that PC should be from now on synchronized forever. And I say yes, synchronize it. And my address book, which is in the network, is now available on the PC in that context. And from now on, it was only 3 clicks, you saw it. You have the whole address book available wherever you are and which screen ever you're using. And whenever you change something, wherever, it is being synchronized as well. So let me show that to you and go to the mobile phone again. On the mobile phone, in the address book, I could say, I add a contact, a new contact. This new guy is Albert Bott. I say, store it. So the new contact is stored on the mobile phone. I can now change to the PC again. If you open that and make it bigger, the PC screen. And on the PC, I could go to my, for instance, cover flow, and here you see that Albert Bott has been added instantly in the cover flow. You also see here that the product design and the user interfaces are consistent across devices, because that cover flow you can now use also on the PC and handle your emails, for instance, from Hamid Akavan in that way and go through emails. Not only that, the first time we have now opened the TV for the internet. The internet on the TV, if we go to the TV screen, so far was a bit closed out, because the IPTV experience was very much about watching the TV program, time shifting, storing a video on demand services. But we've now gone further, and I'm using now the remote control here, as you can see, and we can go now on the TV screen, sitting in the living room, to something called My Services, Meine Dienste. And in these My Services, you have your emails, your photos, your music, your videos. So if I go to my emails now and say, okay, I first of all have to go to the internet out of TV. That takes a few seconds. But here, one thing is important, because I'm in a household and my kids watch TV, my wife watches TV, but my email is personal. I need now to authentify once, and I have a code here for Christopher Schlaffer, which I'm saying, okay, now I'm personalized on the TV screen, and you know, my kids cannot read my email, and now I can go to my inbox in email, and I think you will see it. It looks quite, I did not push the right direction, I guess. It looks quite readable. Here you've got your email on the TV set sitting in your living room. And now you can go in there and say the first email from my CFO, Tim Höttges. He's got a new customer in the West. I can read it, and you see it's a quite good user experience on the TV set. Of course, I'm not writing emails with a remote control at home, but I can consume them and go there. So, remember, communication goes personal, and our communication suite with a network-centric address book is now absolutely seamless to wherever. These community interfaces you've seen, by the way, can connect to the social communities. So via tagging or notifications, you can now see whether your friend in that cover